I started out as a youth team footballer many years ago now, 13 years ago. I was unfortunate enough not to get a professional contract, but the club kept me on in a kitman capacity, which then led into coaching, be the head of the education programme, and now I'm in the current role that I'm in now as a youth development phase lead.
I was in the youth team back in 2011 until 2013. I left the club late in 2013 and then returned in 2019.
I joined the club as an under-13 when the academy first restarted a good few years ago now. And I was with the club as a player from under-13s through to signing a scholarship and completed a 2-year scholarship at under-18s. So a good 5-year period. I then went away to university, and this year I've just rejoined as lead academy physiotherapist.
I came in at, I think, roughly under-16s. I did 3-4 years playing and then transitioned out of Mansfield and became a part-time coach, which then I helped out at the college programme and the academy part-time coach, and then came in full-time.
I got the opportunity to come back through Richard Cooper, the academy manager. I managed to progress through various courses and CPD that the club have put me through, and then the opportunity to actually work with the players within the academy at all age groups, starting with the pre-academy, going all the way through to having the opportunity to work with the under-21s in the Central League. So had a real varied experience so far.
I think it's great that academies are starting to look at this now. We all want to get players through the system and get them into first teams, but I also think it's our responsibility to try and get and develop staff. And I think seeing the 4 guys now at senior academy positions within the academy, it's a fantastic achievement and we're super proud of it.
The family feel of the club, working with friends and just having that feel around the place certainly helped in that sense. But then I think the coaches that have been above us, and they helped me probably figure out what was best for me in football. So I seen coaching was a good pathway for me. It was something I enjoyed. So probably started at under-18s, started helping out with Coops and started helping out with Jamie and Simon. And then from then, just took it from there.
There's been a lot of us really that have had various roles at the club in terms of we were playing through the youth team and then managed to come back in a full-time capacity. So it's just the opportunity to work amongst local people with good young players and had that experience just with Isaac that's come back recently. He was a youth team player, Kieran Kaup, Charlie Hardwick, and we've had many others that have been at the club since as well that have moved on to other clubs within the game. It's an environment that you want to work in. It's an environment that you can thrive in and grow and develop. You've got the opportunity to learn from each other, and it's just a place that you want to be. You come to RH Academy, you go to the One Call Stadium, and it's just a place that you want to be because you're surrounded with like-minded people that are looking to grow and be challenged every day. And you've got the support of the academy manager, so Richard Cooper. He's given me his support and his backing from day one. Anything that I've needed a little bit of additional support with, he's been there on hand to give me that.
Various things sometimes align. Obviously with Isaac, he wanted to get into physiotherapy, so 4 years out at Salford studying. We had that conversation around when his scholarship came to an end, that when he's in a position to speak to us, and we keep in touch in various ways. And now he's a fully fledged member of our medical department. It's just fantastic to see.
Football isn't for everyone, and we all know that. But it's just something I've always lived and breathed. It's something that I've always wanted to do. So if playing weren't going to be it, coaching was the next best part for me, and probably now is even better than playing myself. I'd say we're a hard-working group. We're a family feel, so everyone's in for the same thing. Like we want the best for, if it's our under-9s all the way up to our under-18s. We just want the best for everyone.
We're looking to create, obviously, good young footballers, but also good young people. So we're massive on our 3 core values of high standards, positive attitude and respect, because they're the values that we feel that will stand you in good stead in all walks of life, whether that be within your school environment, but also for any players that progress to the academy and maybe aren't fortunate enough to go on to professional football, but in a working capacity as well. And they'll be the values that will set them up to be successful in life. We really hope.
You try and keep in contact with the players, and it's conversations happen, and Stacey Ward runs our player care department. We're also tracking their education at times and what they're looking to sort of get into. If it fits with the academy, i.e. physiotherapy, sports science, coaching, is something that we can definitely look to help these ex-players with.
I think the main thing is that it shows that there is an opportunity for players. As I've sort of alluded to earlier, it's a very small percentage of players that do make it, and the ones who potentially aren't as lucky, it shows that the club's there to support them, and not necessarily in a football sense. There's different opportunities that the club can provide, and they're showing that with the amount of players that we've got that are coming back into the building.
It's a club that's got high standards. It's a club that's got positive attitude, and it's a club that has a lot of respect. And they're the three core values that we have in the academy, and all the way throughout the club. That's what's got. So yeah, it's a fantastic place to work. It's a fantastic environment to be part of. And yeah, for my time for 13 years, I haven't had a problem once, and it's really nice.
I think this sort of shows more than anything that there's an opportunity for players, that the club, I think, one of the best in terms of supporting players outside of the game. I've stayed in constant contact with people like Coops, academy manager, throughout my time at university. So making sure I feel supported, making sure that see if there's anything that they can do for us. And I think, like I say, I think that leads to a really good bond, and it's what sort of drew me to wanting to come back to this club in a different role. Being a player myself here, and probably had a few more injuries than I might have liked. So I think it's having that opportunity and knowledge to help the younger players, especially, to sort of navigate the way through different injuries and ways that I can support that.
We're really happy with it. It's our 5th full season now as a category 3 academy. We're working very hard to try and get our players through the system. Hopefully supporting the first team is always going to be the end goal, but I think it's also getting our players different experiences at different times, whether it's out on loan, and can they play men's football, all the things that you're trying to achieve in the academy, life skills, which is a massive part of it. And then, like I say, I think that the reason we're obviously doing these interviews today is to celebrate 4 ex-players that have came through the system. If we can match their ambition at times, I think it's a brilliant thing that the football club's doing.